Hi, I'm Cynthia.
And I'm Chris.
And we're the Hanye family.
And for those of you who are new here, welcome. Let's enjoy some great music together.
Yeah, so what do we got today?
Well, today we're going to check out something from the Nick Straker Band.
Never heard of them.
No. It was suggested to us by Leroy Williams.
Yeah.
And it's a song called Just a Little Bit of Jazz.
Yeah, he says it's going to be funky, but it sounds like it might be jazzy by the title. And by the album cover things that we were looking at, it might be disco too.
Yeah, there's like a disco remix and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we'll see. I don't know what this is going to be about, but we'll check it out.
I suspect there'll be disco involved.
Yes.
So let's get into it. This is the Nick Straker Band. This was from 1980-ish.
Yeah.
And it's called A Little Bit of Jazz.
Is very interesting.
It's got a great piano bit for sure.
What makes me laugh is that the whole beginning part of it made me think of Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, goodness.
Just the music part of it.
No, I get you.
Yeah, it made me think of that movie because it's similar to that style of music until the piano hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
A little bit of jazz sounds like a little bit of disco.
Yeah, it's very much disco-y.
Yeah.
But it's a little funky in there too, and a little bit of
A little
jazz.
bit of funk.
But
And the piano, I guess, adds the jazz element.
yeah.
Well, it's interesting for sure.
But it's like a funky jazz. The way it's played.
Yeah. It's complex. I mean, there's lots going on in there. It's just
definitely
kind of disco-y.
Yeah, it's quite disco-y. It's like something you would hear at a club for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Easily.
You know?
Yeah.
On a disco night these days.
Studio 54, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's really interesting for sure. It's got a good groove. If I was at the club, this would be something to dance to for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's keep it going.
All right. Uh-huh.
That's so funny. I like how they did some of the percussion choices in there. It was interesting.
Well, see, the percussion should have been a little bit more heavy in the mix.
Yeah.
All through. That would have really livened up the first part of the song for sure.
Yeah, but it was quite interesting what they did with that at the end there, with the percussion. I'm not crazy about the laser noises and stuff that they had in there. That was so cheese, but that's okay.
There's a lot of cheese in this one.
Like cheesy disco, that part. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's definitely danceable. I mean, it's complex enough. I mean, the percussion guy was pretty good, but I just wish the percussion guy was
a little
kind of more prominent in the mix. I don't know if he was there in the beginning, but it didn't sound like it.
It would have been nicer to have a little less disco, a little more funk, in my opinion.
I think so.
But that's just my opinion.
And I like a good disco song. I really do. This one, it was danceable.
It was definitely
and the
funky.
piano work was good. The percussion was good when it was in.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It was, yeah.
It had a little funkiness in there too.
There was a little bit of funky, but that was more coming from the piano anyway.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
just like jazzy funk. You know? Yeah, it was interesting for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting one. Not necessarily our favorite, obviously.
No.
I mean,
well, disco is for me for all intents and purposes, it was a disco song, right?
Yes.
So disco for me, I'm very selective about disco because
so am I actually,
because there was a lot of disco that just kind of sounded like you know, just your basic.
Yeah, but the other things I don't like with disco a lot of the time is just that boom. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I get tired of that one real fast. But it's just me. I'm not really a huge fan of that style.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like funky disco a lot of the time.
Funky
Like
disco.
a funkier disco.
Yeah.
Like jive talking.
Jive talking's pretty funky.
Like that. You
And
know what I mean?
that's got a lot of soul on it.
That's about as far disco as I like to go most times. Because I like the funkiness of
like
that's
Casey
in it.
and
yeah, stuff like that I can do.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Casey's fine.
of course, some of the Jackson stuff.
The Jackson stuff.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye's disco moves are pretty good.
Those types of things.
So I guess it's more like the soul.
The soulful,
music,
funky
the soulful,
reggae.
funky.
I mean,
Yeah.
not reggae.
Soulful, funky disco.
There we go.
Soulful, funky disco is more our speed. Even Chic was pretty interesting in that
definitely.
direction, right? So this kind of reminds me a lot of like Funky Town or
which I mean, I liked
more, which was
I liked Funky Town, but it got old.
Yeah.
Because it was just I don't know. It was an okay song.
Yeah.
But it got tired for us. Yeah.
It did.
Yeah. But this was really
it was fun
an
when we were
interesting
kids.
one
Like,
for sure.
I have nostalgia feels for Funky Town.
Big time.
That's it.
Yes.
Listening to it as a grown adult with some knowledge, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's not that great, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
It is. But this was an interesting one, so thank you very much for the suggestion. Please don't forget to check us out over on Patreon. It's $3 a month, and we're adding things there all the time. Also, please like and subscribe to the channel and become one of our Goonies. Share with your family and friends. Click that notification bell if you don't want to miss a video. And don't forget to enjoy yourself. Later.
Later.